And once again, a very good Sunday morning to all of you. Today is Sunday, April the 5th. I recorded this about 9 a.m. Global cases, 1,216,422, an increase of 84,709. Global deaths, 65,652, an increase of 6,512. U.S. cases, 312,245, an increase of 33,760. And the U.S. deaths, 9,503, an increase of 2,344. Florida deaths, 195, an increase of 25 over yesterday. Florida cases, 11,545, an increase of 1,519 over yesterday. Florida hospitalized, 1,470, an increase of 136 over yesterday. Down in Dade County, that's Miami, 3,890 positive cases, an increase of 526 over yesterday. In Broward County, that's Fort Lauderdale, 1,765, an increase of 167 over yesterday. Palm Beach County, 954, an increase of 96. Martin County, 53, an increase of 11. That's Stewart. St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, 76, an increase of 16 over yesterday. Here in Indian River County and Vero Beach, 50, an increase of 3. In Brevard County, that's just north of us in Melbourne, 72, an increase of 12. Orange County, that would be Orlando, 657, an increase of 55. Remember, these are relative numbers. These numbers do come in over the past, it could be as many as 10, 15 days, depending on the reporting. So some days may be more or less. This is not actually exactly what happened between yesterday and today, but an accumulation. The news is next. And a good Sunday morning to you. Okay, today I don't have my Marine Corps hat on. I have my Breakers of Palm Beach hat on, and the reason I'm wearing that is, no, I haven't been there in a long time, but my granddaughter works there, and of course, she provided me with a hat. She's given me some other hats, too, that I will wear eventually, but nice spot. Unfortunately, it's closed, and she's not working. She just got accepted to nursing school, and she'll be going to the University of Miami Nursing School, and that's really a good thing. And that's Emily. It's Sunday, April the 5th, another day of being self-imposed quarantined. I guess that was a poor choice of words. But here we are doing what we have been doing now for the past couple of weeks. Today's weather for the Treasure Coast, showers, about 78 degrees today. I'm going to talk a little bit about masks, and a local doctor here came up with some really good information about these masks as well. A healthy person wearing a simple mask or scarf will provide little protection from you getting COVID-19 as transmitted by someone else close to you. So you understand that wearing one is probably not going to protect you very much. However, suppose you have the virus and you don't have any symptoms of having the virus. You don't know you have it, but unfortunately you do have it. Now you're a carrier or a transmitter. This is very bad. In this case, the simple mask or scarf will reduce the possibility of you affecting those around you. Now, so that's, maybe I was confusing you in the past about what I said, and of course I have been confused all the way along because they keep changing the way they're talking about these masks, but I hope that this clears things up. This seems to be the right approach now. You wearing a mask will not necessarily protect you from getting the virus, but it will somewhat inhibit you transmitting it to someone else, even if you don't have any clue that you have it. The use of any mask does not decrease the importance and necessity of maintaining social isolation and frequent hand washing. And number two, the mask must be made of at least 2 layers of fabric and fit over the nose and mouth. The lifetime of a mask is about 4 hours. Therefore, a spare mask should be carried, and masks should be changed about every 4 hours. Used masks must be placed in a Ziploc type bag to avoid contamination. Number 4, avoid speaking while wearing the mask. Well, that would be tough for me to do. If the mask becomes humid, it is no longer protective. Number 5, the mask is for only one individual. Do not ever share your mask with anyone else. And immediately after use, all masks must be washed for 15 to 30 minutes in water and soap or other approved disinfectants. They also suggest maybe hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. This information comes from Dr. Peter Garcia. He's an MD, PhD here in Indian River Shores, and this information has gone online. I mentioned this to you the other day in my church, little piece I did on the church. Bishop Barbarito from the Catholic Church has closed all the Catholic churches in this diocese, so the Catholic churches are not open. Many Protestant churches are closed as well. I have a little piece I'm going to do on that, which I seem to have lost already. Okay, locally, Christ by the Sea United Methodist Church. I'm sure you have all seen that church as you're driving up A1A on the left-hand side, and that's where we go to vote, or we used to go to vote. And they are online at CBTSUMC. It stands for Christ by the Sea United Methodist Church.org. Today at 11 o'clock, they are going to have a online church service. The preacher will be there. I don't know who else will be there. I'll have to watch it and take a look. I do understand the preacher's having a bit of a time because there will not be any parishioners in the church. That's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. For some reason, our governor has a problem with saying that we can't go to church. I guess he just doesn't want to say that, but most of the churches are closed. However, this minister is going to deliver his sermon, and they're going to conduct the service. There just won't be any parishioners in the pews. He's thinking about putting some cardboard pictures of people in the pews so he can actually see his congregation or believe that his congregation is there. Hey, Pastor, let me tell you, you're going to have a lot of people watching. You get used to doing this sort of thing, and it comes second nature to you. And you have to remember, there are people out there that you never dreamed are going to be watching you, and they'll be there watching you, who probably have never stepped foot in your church. It's a beautiful little church. I did a concert from there one time recently, and it was just a nice spot. So, yes, there is a church here. It's online, and there are a number of churches. Many of the churches here in Vero Beach are online. But Christ by the Sea Church, in particular, you can look it up on the internet and click on to watch the church service live. For you Catholics, I mentioned this the other day, Catholic Mass is celebrated on CW34. On Comcast here in Vero Beach, that's 435, channel 435. And it is at 10:30 every Sunday morning. For you Mormon folks, the leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sat 6 feet apart. These are just the leaders at an empty room in Salt Lake City to have their general conference. The general conference is held, I believe it's held twice a year, and it's held in Salt Lake City. But normally they sit in this big, giant auditorium. I think it holds about 20,000 people. They have a fabulous organ. And of course, we're all familiar with the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, and the choir sings, and it's a big production. And all of the faithful Mormons watch it on TV or go to their churches and watch it. In this particular case, the churches will be closed, so they'll be watching it on TV. And there's all sorts of places you will be able to see that. So now you know where the Catholics go, where the Protestants go. I haven't done anything for my Jewish friends. I apologize. I should have. Oh, one other thing I want to mention, and that is that we have Classic America, our internet service, our music service. As I tell you, plays like classical music and so forth all day, 24 hours a day. Well, every Sunday, and we've always been doing this, by the way, since I started it, from midnight until noon Sunday, we have a program called Sunday Morning Inspiration. I happen to be a real fan of great Christian music and choirs and orchestras, and therefore we do that. And that's what we play for 12 hours. And we, like I say, we've been doing it since we started it. And you're a little late for you to tune in today, but you can. It's classicamerica.net on the internet, and click on Listen Live, and it will be there. There are no commercials. It's commercial free for the whole 12-hour period. For you folks watching or listening to this anywhere else in the United States, it comes from Vero Beach. It actually originates right here in Vero Beach at the Victoria Condominium. Great orchestras and choruses, and Mormon Tabernacle Choir, the Philadelphia Orchestra, the London Festival Orchestras, just fabulous orchestras and choruses and so forth. They say it's all commercial free. It's all music all the time. There is a little teeny bit of inspiration, 2 minutes at the top of the hour. Some is Catholic, some is Protestant. They're little short inspirational messages, and I think you'll find them good. Another one is called A Moment with the Word, done by a good friend of mine, John Georges. About these ventilators, let's talk just a teeny bit about ventilators. I've learned a little bit more about ventilators. A good ventilator gets its information from the patient. Then the ventilator and its computer constantly adjusts the flow of oxygen and breathing. So when they insert this tube down in your throat in order to help you breathe down by your lungs. And as you inhale and exhale, the computer inside a really good ventilator analyzes this information and determines how it's going to operate and how much oxygen it's going to put in and what it's going to take out and so forth. And that's why they cost anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000. They're obviously very expensive. Now, a lot of companies make them, so it's no secret as to how to make them, but they're intricate and they're sophisticated. Now, there are much less sophisticated devices that are mechanical. They don't have a computer brain, and they're appearing on the market kind of as a Band-Aid. Well, we have something that's going to really solve the problem. Unfortunately, when your life is on the line, you want to use the very best available. So what we want to do is keep focusing on getting more and more of these computer type of ventilators. We need tens of thousands more. So when you hear all these stories about somebody coming up with something that's mechanical, it doesn't have any electronic parts in it, it may be, as a last resort, might be able to work just fine. I understand there are other devices that I've been told about recently that they use with people who don't want to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. There is a little pump ball type thing that they squeeze, and they do that. And that also will work, but somebody has to sit there and mechanically do it all the time. Okay, for you folks that have heard that CVS has free delivery of their prescriptions, well, that's sort of true, but not necessarily true, because they send it by mail, and it's about a 2 or 3 day delivery cycle for you to get those. So quite frankly, they don't charge you anything to mail it to you because it doesn't cost that much anyway. A little bottle of pills can't cost that much, but it takes 2 or 3 days to get it to you. There are other ways to do it. Uber Eats, Uber will pick them up and bring them to you if you can't get out to get them, if you need them right away, or simply stopping by and picking them up is another way to do that. But don't be confused by them saying free delivery and then realize it's going to be 2 or 3 days before you get it. CVS is a good store. I'm not putting CVS down, so don't get on me about that now. Playgrounds at 8 a.m. on Monday will be closed. All the playgrounds in Vero, Sebastian, Fellsmere will be closed effective 8 a.m. Monday until further notice. However, all of the parks and conservation areas will remain open, as well as the restrooms in the parks and conservation areas. So I don't have a whole lot of news today. I'm going to tack on the end of this video, the restaurant video. And the only reason I'm doing that is most of you folks who are watching this now, I don't seem to be getting any new viewers. You will have already seen the restaurant video. Now, I'm going to update the restaurant video in the next day or two. Hasn't changed very much. The most important thing I want you to understand, phone numbers are still the same. The hours of operation may vary from time to time and day to day, depending on who's open and when they're open. So give them a call. The phone number will be correct, but please don't rely on the hours of operation. So I hope you have a really terrific day. Great Sunday. It's going to be a little rainy today, probably a terrific day to watch movies on TV, watch some of those old movies. I love all the old James Bond movies. YouTube has a lot of really good stuff to watch if you're really interested in learning about things. I just saw so many fascinating things on YouTube the other day that I didn't even realize existed. So YouTube is a great source of watching videos as well. and it really doesn't cost anything. So there are plenty of ways to entertain yourself, entertain your family. Just spend time with the family and actually talk. Throw away the cell phone and talk. Okay, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Hi everyone, Ron Crider broadcasting from the Victoria here in Vero Beach, and this is our beautiful beach. It is March the 25th, a beautiful day at the beach. We look out here and we see it's going to be about 80 degrees today. Hardly a cloud in the sky, and the beach is just as good as it can possibly be. I have assembled a number of restaurants. These are the restaurants that I go to. These are the restaurants that I like. If I omitted your favorite restaurant, I'm sorry. I only recommend restaurants that I go to. Doesn't mean I don't like the other ones. I just haven't included them in here. So let's start out first with absolutely my favorite restaurant in Vero Beach is the Tides Restaurant. Chef Leanne has done a fantastic job. There isn't a nicer chef in Vero Beach than Chef Leanne. She does so much for the town, so much for her employees. She keeps them working all year round. She doesn't close in the summertime, and she makes sure that she puts out good value in the summertime so people will come in. Many times she's operating at a loss or a break even just in order to keep these people who are coming up operating with her. And these people are standing by to take care of you right now. They have delivery. They also have curbside pickup. And they have great food. The very best restaurant in Vero Beach for at least the past 10 years, and you can depend on that. There's no question about it. If you want really fine food, would like to have a fine dinner, give them a call. Their phone number, 772-234-3966. Next is an interesting place called the Red Onion. It's over in the same area on the Ocean Drive, and there's their number, 772-492-8881. Great sandwiches, great salads. Give them a call. The Red Onion, 10 to 7 every day. Here is Cravings, a wonderful little spot, 772-231-0208. And they have great sandwiches and ice cream, and they're open. You're going to have to give them a call. Some of these times and hours I'm giving you aren't exactly what they are because they keep changing. Here's the Polo Deli, John Marks and oh my goodness gracious, what a great job these people do over here. They've been around. John Marks is a living legend here in Vero Beach. He's opened up so many different restaurants, sold them all of which have been very successful. That's the Polo Deli, and when you go in and buy some wine, this is what you get. They have curbside pickup. Polo Deli is open from 10:30 to 3, Monday through Saturday. Just give them a call, come by and pick up whatever you need or whatever you order, and they'll be ready for you. Vines, Wining and Dining, just another fine restaurant here in Vero Beach. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Zandra and her family take care of this restaurant. She has a great crew of people, terrific chef, great food, and she does curbside pickup. She's open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I say open, I mean you call and they will have food ready for you at curbside pickup. The number's up there on the top of the screen. Mulligan's, you're all familiar with Mulligan's, 772-492-6944. Really good stuff. They've been around for a long time. Curbside pickup once again. Also, as you know, there's all sorts of other delivery services available. Here's Ocean Grill. Love the Ocean Grill. Many people say the Ocean Grill is a tourist trap. Not so at all. It's a fabulous restaurant. I've been going to the Ocean Grill since 1961. I love it. The food is really good. They're open from 6 to 8 for curbside pickup. As I said, there's a lot of also delivery services that will pick things up and drop food off for you, as you probably know. You've been hearing me talk a lot about 5 Acre Farm. 5 Acre Farm has fresh vegetables. They're primarily a wholesale place, but they will deliver. 772-205-7144. They have their own fresh garden, fresh vegetables. Pull them out of the ground, stick them in a bag, and bring them to you. Doesn't get any better than that. You don't want those vegetables that everybody's been touching in Publix. Absolutely not. Here is Francesca's Italian Kitchen. It's an Italian family, had a bunch of restaurants up in Pennsylvania at Penn State University and also in Orlando. Terrific Italian food. Doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Curbside pickup. Obviously, the beach market here in Vero Beach, Village Beach Market. A lot of pre-prepared food there, and they're open from 7 to 7 every day. And give them a call at 772-231-2338. Here's an institution in Vero Beach that's been around for a long time. 2J's, 772-569-6070. You want to cross over the bridge like the song said? Remember Patty Page, cross over the bridge? Okay, well, that's it. No more singing, Ron. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's my list of restaurants. It'll give you an idea of places that have takeout for you, takeout and delivery. Some of the places deliver, some of them don't deliver, but all of them are available for takeout. This is as of March the 25th. All the times may change as to when they're open and so forth, so you really have to give them a call. That's why I did include all of their phone numbers. If you like this video, give me a like. Subscribe to the video if you'd like to get more like this. It doesn't cost you anything, and I'm not selling anything, and I don't get paid to do this. Have a great day.